Hiya folks, it's the Laughing Auditor here and I'm coming to you from this location. I'm in St Helens, ladies and gentlemen. Basically focused on Merseyside Police. So far it's been not too bad. I went to the head office yesterday, they absolutely smashed it. I went to Newton Lee Willows today, they absolutely smashed it. So we're going to get into Merseyside, St Helens Police Station, which is here. It's a big one, with a big car park and that. I'm going to go and have a wee scout about, and we'll take it from there. In the meantime, guys, if you do enjoy this video, please like it, feel free to share it, and don't forget to pop down, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, and we'll certainly see if we get any laughs out of whoever we come across today. But let's get in there and I'll pick it back up in a second. Yo.
Yeah, you could put me with him. Just stay there for a minute.
Why?
Thank you.
We've just had reports. I can obviously see that it's a tripod that you've been walking through traffic with. A truncheon.
A truncheon?
Yeah. But I can obviously see from there that it's obviously a tripod for your camera. Alright, okay.
Excellent observation skills.
What are you in traffic for? What's the reason that you're in the traffic?
What traffic?
College Street traffic. I think it was a driver who's rang us and told us that you was manoeuvring
Traffic
through,
on the road?
Yeah, that you was manoeuvring through traffic.
No.
Nothing at all?
No, not through traffic, no.
Alright, okay. You wasn't swinging it around, was you?
Swinging what around?
You're, well,
what, like
truncheon.
the old bobbies do? Swing it around like that?
Oh, not for many years. We've not done that for many years.
Oh, 1 second.
So what is it, does it extend? What's it do?
It is what you said it is, it's a tripod.
And it stays that size, does it?
Yeah, sorry, am I being detained right now?
Say again?
Am I being detained?
No, just asking you questions.
Alright.
Does it get bigger or is it just that size?
It depends. Depends on who you're looking at, I suppose.
Oh, well, certainly not looking at me.
Nah, it is what it is, it's a tripod. What's the issue with it?
It's that, just the issue that when obviously if you're walking through traffic with that hanging out to your pants, or if, as we was told, swinging it round.
Swinging it round?
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't swinging anything round. I'm not much of a swinger.
Well, that's the phone call that we've had, so obviously that's why I've come for
Who called you?
I could see it. Say again?
Who called you?
It's just one of the drivers on the road.
Can I get the CAD number for that, please?
No, a CAD number?
A CAD number, C-A-D.
A CAD number?
Yeah, it's like the reference number for the report.
For what reason?
For my own personal purpose. It contains my personal information, so I'm entitled to a copy of it.
It doesn't contain your personal information.
Well, it does. So how did you know it was me then?
Because it says a white hoodie with what appears to be a truncheon.
So someone's given my description.
Yeah.
So that's my
your personal information.
That's my personal. It's identifiable information. Of course it is.
Yeah, but there could be 23 other people in town with a white hoodie.
So why have
I've only come out because they've said you've got a truncheon. I've told you.
Swinging it around.
Yeah.
I've told you. Did you see me swinging it around?
I didn't know, but I'm still going to speak to you because that's what the calls come in. If the public phoned me and I went, well, I don't believe the public, I'm not doing my job.
So now that you've spoken to me, I'm assuming you'll then go and put on the report that, oh, you spoke to this gentleman, blah, 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 blah. Now that's my personal information, so therefore, I'm entitled to a copy of the card number.
Right,
of course I am.
So are you going to give me your personal details then, so that I can put it on the log?
Do I need to give you my personal details?
You don't have to give me your personal details.
No, I'm not going to give you my personal details.
Okay, so then the log won't have your personal details.
It'll have my description on it.
It's got a description on it, and you happen to match that description.
Do you mind identifying yourself from the police?
Say again?
Do you mind identifying yourself from the police?
Yeah, Sergeant 5836 Prescott.
Prescott,
yes.
Right, okay. What's that flag you've got on there?
That's fallen officers, that.
So, like, all due respect, like, how many police officers have fallen?
Since the beginning of time?
So say for the last 100 years, how many police officers have fallen?
For the last 100 years, I think if my last calculation was, bear with me, it was around the 700 mark.
I think that's grossly overestimated.
Grossly overestimated?
Yeah, it's grossly overestimated. Do you know how many people have died in police custody in the same amount of time?
Okay. No, are you going to tell me? No?
No, I'm asking you. Do you know?
No.
It's about 10 times the figure of the amount of police officers that have died in the same amount of time.
Okay.
So when people see that flag, it's a contentious issue for some people. So I would request that you take it off, because you've defaced the Union flag, and yeah, I think it sort of spits on the grave of the people that have died well under your care.
Okay.
So do you mind taking it off me, please? I find it offensive.
I'm sorry that you find it offensive that I'm honouring fallen officers. Bear in mind that some of them officers have been my friends, so I won't be removing that. And if you've got an issue, there's a Freedom of Information Act that's available online that Ma'am Kennedy, our Chief Constable, release happy for police officers.
Yeah, no, it varies force by force. I understand that. I'm pretty certain Merseyside Police, you're right, are probably allowed to wear it, but I just find it offensive. I find it for multiple reasons that I've explained to you.
Well, I'm sorry that you find it offensive.
Do you mean identify yourself, please?
Yes, it's Constable 1983 Beard, based at St Helens Police Station.
What's your name, sorry?
Beard.
Beard, right, okay. What's your beard?
I've not got one.
You should get one. Get one like his. Looks good.
Yeah, so I'm only checking, as I say, because I could see the black thing sticking out, and because we've told it's a truncheon, that's why I'm going to speak to you. I don't need to search you because I'm quite happy that it was a tripod. That's why I said I can see it's a tripod.
Yeah, no, you're fine in that respect.
But obviously, I've still got to come in.
But I wasn't walking through traffic. I don't know who told you that.
Well, that's the report that we got. That
I was walking around the car park.
Yeah.
That's not traffic, is it? It's parked vehicles.
They told us it was on actual College Street.
It's madness. That's ridiculous.
Listen, we get things rang into us all the time. When we get there, there's a 10-car pile-up, and when we get there, 2 cars are bumped into each other. It always gets exaggerated a little bit.
Yeah.
And I can understand in this.
What's the pin for?
Say again?
What's the pin for?
Which pin?
Well, I can see you've got the flag.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
Yeah.
But no, the little star one. What's that for?
That's another one honouring fallen officers.
Is it? Right, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So you're not going to remove the patch then, no?
I'm not going to remove the patch, no.
Right, okay.
That's what I wear that to one of my fallen colleagues. Up and down the country, as well as across the globe. I know it's Union Jack.
I can only ask the question, you know. If you don't want to do that, that's completely up to you.
No, I won't be removing it.
And you're not going to give me the card number either, no?
It's not got no personal information.
It pertains to me, so I am entitled to a copy of it. And what's going to happen is that if you don't give me it, fine, that's up to you again. But it means then I'm going to have to lodge a complaint against you and get it that way. And I'd much rather just give me it now because I'm entitled to it anyway. And if you give me it now, you cut out the middleman and it saves all the hassle.
But your personal information's not on that log.
But the call's pertaining to me.
It's just a description, it's not your personal information.
It doesn't matter, it's pertaining to me.
I'm not giving you the log number because I
know you're not going to give me it.
Because you want to find out who's called in. Under data protection, we can't tell you that.
I can't find that information out from getting a card number. No. You don't give that information out, and you know that. You know that it's because it's pertaining to me.
If you want to put a complaint in to get it, do that. But I won't be giving you the log number because your personal information's not on.
Let me ask you another question before you skedaddle. Is it a crime to make a false report to the police?
Define false.
Giving false information to the police to get the police to come out and talk to someone or do whatever they need to do.
I think there's too many grey areas. I don't think it's as black and white as you can say. In this situation, it appears that someone has observed a black coloured object that initially from a distance looked like a stick of some sort. Okay. So they've made that call.
Appreciate that.
That's why I've come out and checked, and straight away I seen and I was like, it's obviously a tripod.
But the first thing you said, one of the first things you said to me was, I was walking through traffic swinging what appeared to be a baton about.
A truncheon.
A truncheon. So that's what you were told, right? So that's quite a serious thing. Like if somebody's walking about swinging a baton or a truncheon about, and that's a serious issue that you guys would need to deal with because they're potentially in possession of an offensive weapon. So if someone's made a report saying that I was swinging about what appeared to be a baton and that didn't happen, then surely that would cross that threshold to being a false report. Why not?
Not a false report.
Why not?
Because they're passing the vehicle and they've seen you with a black stick of sorts. They've not been able to get this close to go. That's a tripod.
Right, but they said I was walking. They said I was walking through traffic. So if they were driving, then I must have been close enough to them that they must have seen what I was doing if I was walking through traffic. If they're driving a vehicle, like there's only one road here, this road here, so...
I wouldn't say that met the threshold for a false report where I would then prosecute someone who's phoning in a concern that they thought that someone had a weapon. I wouldn't prosecute someone for that at all. And I don't think the public purse would appreciate me prosecuting.
I think the public purse, I don't think that's your position to give an opinion on. I don't think you get paid to give an opinion on that. You get paid to uphold the law.
Yeah.
And the law's quite clear that if you make a false report to the police, it's a criminal offence. You know it's a criminal offence to make a false report to the police. And what I'm saying to you is, I was nowhere near traffic. I wasn't swinging anything about. Certainly not this. Whether it's a baton, a truncheon, or a gimbal, or a tripod, whatever you want to call it, that didn't happen. Categorically didn't happen. So that report itself is false.
In your interpretation of it, yes.
No, it's factual. It's not interpretation. No, it's a factual. You've got CCTV. I tell you what, why don't you go and check the CCTV and see if I was swinging anything about, and seeing if I stepped into traffic or anything like that.
Well, at the minute,
come to your own conclusion.
There's a purpose for it, isn't it? It's just that you're very upset that I've come and spoken.
I'm not upset at all. No, because you've been relatively pleasant, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset at all. I don't mind having a conversation. What I do resent is that someone has made a false report to you guys to try and get me into some sort of trouble, as far as I'm concerned. Okay? And what I'm telling you is that information is categorically false, and you're not willing to do anything about that. Like think of the implications. People watching this might turn around and say, well, I'll phone up the police and say that my next door neighbour that I hate is walking about with a shotgun when he's not walking about with a shotgun. And then what happens? You know, like,
and we deal with that on its own merits.
But I'm asking you to deal with this in its own merits, because, as I say, like, thankfully you've come out, you're relatively calm, no issues as such, but other police officers might not have reacted like that. You're armed with a taser, you get a report of some person with potential an offensive weapon, you might be inclined to deploy your taser, you might be inclined to take things a step further. I mean, thankfully you've not. But that's what I'm saying, there's further implications that could have happened, and that might happen in the future.
Each incident on its own.
And that's why I think it's imperative that you find out who made that call, and they're reported for making a false police report, because what I'm saying that they said to you is completely false.
Okay. Well, as I say, that's your interpretation. They've been passing in a vehicle and seen you with a black stick in the hand, so they've the fact that they've used the word truncheon, I don't think they're very clear on what they've actually seen. But that wouldn't mean me as a police officer try to track that driver down and say, I'm going to prosecute you now for giving a false report. They've just rang in and said, this is what I can see, and it appears to be a truncheon. I
think you're talking nonsense. Sorry, but you're
again,
you're talking,
your interpretation.
You're talking out your backside, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I know you're not going to do nothing about it.
Absolutely not.
Exactly. Like, so it's something I'm going to have to deal with at a later time.
Okay.
But it's a shame, because I think you might actually be one of the not bad police officers about, and you've done yourself a disservice by not sort of following through with my complaint. Like, someone's made a false police report against me.
So that's why I've come out and I've clarified that there is no issues here, so there's no offences.
Oh, of course there's not.
Nothing needs to be.
Right, but someone still, it doesn't take away from the fact, what I'm doing is regardless, right, unless I had in my possession what that person said I had, and was doing what she or he said I was doing, then there is no sort of issue from my point of view. But from their point of view, they have made a false report to the police.
Okay. Your interpretation.
It's not. It's factual. It's factual. We're going around in circles, isn't it? Like,
it is, because it's your interpretation of it.
I think that's why you lost your hair, just arguing with people all the time.
I lost my hair because of this job.
Did you? How long have you been doing this job for then?
Approximately 15, 16 years now.
Right, okay. What's the most challenging thing about your job? If you don't mind me asking.
The most challenging thing about my job, I would have to say, it can be a plethora of reasons, but I think managing expectations of each individual member of the public that I link in with.
So a little nudge, wink there, isn't it?
Very difficult.
What happened to your camera? It's got a little crack on it.
Oh, they're all good. That's when people are in scuffles and things, they all damage.
It's all working. Okay. What's your local policing priorities? Let's test our knowledge.
Our local policing priorities.
Let's see if you know what they are.
Is to serve the communities through burglaries, knife crime.
Right, okay.
And obviously we've got our force strategy, etc.
What's your force strategy? Do you know that?
Now, I know that I'm a sergeant, but I've got bigger fish to fry than to start spouting policies and procedures. But I know it's to prevent crime, to pursue offenders, and to make sure that we put them where they need to be, behind bars.
Do you know that?
I do.
You do now, yeah. Right, okay. Fair enough. I went to Newton Lee Willows Police Station
Yeah.
And the little lady on the front counter was lovely, and she got all the information like that. So she did. So she was an absolute credit to our police station. All right. Right, we're done here.
Yeah. I'm happy.
Good stuff.
All right. No worries. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
Right, take care. Bye bye.
Nice to meet you.
What, carry on? Now listen, a lot of you guys think are going to think that I went easy on him, and I don't know, have I went easy on him? I don't know. Maybe I did go. He seemed very likeable. I don't know why. Like, it seemed very likeable. You guys might strongly disagree, but it did seem very likeable, and like, we could argue all day long about the rights and wrongs of filming people and walking about with a baton, a truncheon, and swinging it about like an old bobby. Like, I don't know where they get that from. That was absolutely preposterous. Because I tell you what I've done, guys. I've done exactly what I've done here. I've walked into the car park. I've had a wee nosy around, and then I came back because I wanted to see what was up here before I got started. I always try and have a little scout about and do a little nosy, and yeah, and that's exactly what I was doing in the process, and they came out within minutes. No, my gimbal's very expensive. I'm not going to be swinging that about anytime soon. Straight up, not going to be swinging that about anytime soon. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'll have to go, and like, he's not giving me the card number. He's not removing his patch, and I'm pretty sure Merseyside Police is ones where the Chief Constable has come out and said that they're quite happy for them to wear them, unlike the Met. So I did. Hopefully, I was hoping he was going to remove it, because he seemed not too bad. He was very eloquent the way he spoke. He sort of gave his point of view, and that was that. So it is what it is. Let's see what stuff they've got on the wall. She's not home to the public, or it is open to the public. Let's have a wee butcher's in here. I wonder if they'll let me use a toilet. Let's see. Let's see if they'll let me use a toilet. Is it open? Oh, it's open. Maybe I should ask first. Sorry, can I use the toilet quickly? It is open.
How do you get the loo open?
It's already open. It's open. Yeah. I just want to ask first. Yeah. All right. Cheers. Oh, that's me. There's no light on in here, guys. I've got to put the torch on the phone. It's one of those little light switches. It needs a little key. What a carry on that was. There's this guy who does a travel review, or Noel Phillips or something his name is, and he does a loo review on all the aircraft. I think it's quite funny. I should start doing that with the channel. Yeah, nothing to be seen in there. So what they got on the wall? That'll cost you, what's that, drinking and driving? Buying alcohol for underagers. Cut it out, what's this? Knife crime. Youth ambassador. How help shape the police race action plan. And they've got another little map here of the local area, but there's not much literature. Lost property, the car seized, firearms amnesty is over. I should be taking that down. The police will never ask you to withdraw money, but I hope not. The gate is closed. Job centre plus there, that'll be my next stop, I think. Pardon? Sorry, I can't hear you. Oh yeah, I've just noticed. Cheers though. Have a nice day, yeah? Alright folks, calling this one quits, calling it time, calling it a day. Let me know what you think. I had a debate, I say a healthy debate with that sergeant. And yeah, so it is what it is. I will have to sort of lodge a complaint because they didn't give me the card number, which we all know I'm entitled to. The blue line flag. If their chief constable's okayed it, which I'm sure they have for Merseyside Police, then there's not much I could do about that either. And yeah, so I'm leaving it there. If you have enjoyed this video, please like it, feel free to share it. Don't forget to pop down, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok. I would really appreciate it. You've been watching a Laughing Auditor. That's been St Helens Police Station with Merseyside Police. I'm going to carry on. Anyway, I'll see you all very soon. Take care, God bless, and bye bye.